Hello. Hold on. Hi, everybody. Hi. I am so sorry I'm late. I had to deal with a little bit of an emergency. I had people messaging me. There was somebody that duplicated my account and was going around and telling people that I would give readings for an hour for 20 minutes for $80, and they were taking people's money, and it wasn't me, and they were just sending them to like a TV subscription. It was some person in India that decided that they would do it. So I just went through and lit somebody's ass on fire. And let's just say you're going to see a TikTok video later about it as well. I am an Aries and Mars, so I will destroy, especially if you're being a shitty kitty, I will destroy all of you. So this watch, you're going to see the fire come out. You think my hair is red right now, watch it come out my butt. So with that being said, welcome in. Obviously we're going to go a few minutes over as well because of that. So thank you for being with me. This is who I am naturally. So before we get started, right thank you, unapologetically. So first off, it's just gonna be me. Another thing with this is that people always ask, how do you get messages, or like, how the hell does this work? So I'm not dead yet, so I can only tell you how I get it. But what will happen is that I get it in like 16 bits of information at one point, and sometimes I say stuff out loud that I don't even know that it's correct, right? So I'll give you a quick little thing. So my last session, this gentleman, I'm channeling this father, he comes through and he brings through this dog that my clients wanted to talk to this dog. And I'm just telling my client what the dad is literally saying to this dog. He goes, "Why were you being so dumb? You didn't need to run out in front of tires. You should have seen their face." The wiener dog ran out, dug out, and ran out in front of the car, and he got hit. And I was just like, "Really?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, they're having a conversation. I'm just telling you about it." So, but that's how it works. So I get signs and symbols that mean something to me. I get feelings and emotions that'll come through, and they'll make it change into something else. I will get to where they place me in different situations or scenarios and try to make me relive it, feel it, see it, and experience it. And then the last one, which is my personal favorite, is that I will get words and phrases that just kind of boo bop in. Now, this too, it depends on how strong they are. It depends on how long they've been passed for. Like this father had been gone for 12 years. And so he's been, used to being dead. Yeah. So there's all these different variables. Well, it's true. Okay. So think about it this way. I know, I'm sorry. So think about it this way. Whenever we as people, we're great, but we're selfish, right? So what do? You get to this new location, and what do we want? I need a sign from you, right? So it's kind of like us, let's say we really know Spanish. We learned it in school, but we've never spoken to anybody else in Spanish. And then we get dropped off in the middle of Mexico. And then somebody says, "I want you to do the hardest test in Spanish of your life." And you're like, can I have like a week? Like, can I actually like get acclimated? That's okay. So that's how it is when you die, because you are naturally spirit, but then you get back there, and then we here on earth, we're like, I need a sign, show me a bird, and they're like, shit, I don't even know that I can't walk anymore, right? So it takes time for them to get acclimated. So it's the longer you've been gone, the easier it is to talk. So with that being said, let me turn up my volume on here. I'm also going to put on my music in my headphones. And then we're going to kind of zone out. I just got a new computer, and so I'm really struggling with this right now. Where is it? There we go. Okay. All right. So, I used to, my normal day job, along with being a medium, I used to create software. So that was my thing. And now I can't find the volume on this computer to save my life. I don't know. That's a terrible thing. So let me go ahead and put this on here. Let me zone out for a couple of seconds. During the whole session, of course, if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask, not a problem. But I also want to tell y'all that a lot of times that they will come through and they'll answer your questions even before you ask. Okay. So before the end of it, obviously I'll be, like, do you have any questions? Do you need anything like that? Not a problem. And another thing too with this is when I start to zone out, like it's happening right now, it's like you move your personality away, and so you allow them to come through. And so if you say hey or something like that, yell at me, okay? Because when I'm out, I'm out. Hang on, let me see. Okay, give me a second. Okay, hang on. Wait, why are you doing that? Somebody just walked in front of everybody with a basketball. That's so weird. Hang on. Why though? Every single thing, when it happens, there's a meaning behind it. And so that's my job. Why did you do that? Why did you make that? Why did you give me that symbol? Why did you walk that way? Hang on. That's my job to figure it out. Hang on. Hold on. This, okay, so first, that's interesting. So the dude's coming through. So like this Michael person is coming through, and somebody's saying like, I don't want them to be mad at me. I don't want them to be mad at me. And I'm like, why would they be mad at you? So now I'm asking these questions in my head. Did he have anger issues? Hold on. Says anger issues, like getting angry, but then comes back, says like, I loved her so much. Like, so it's like this opposite. Hang on. Let me see. There we go. Now we're happy. Maybe we're frustrated about dying. Interesting. Hang on. Hold on. Very, very, very connected to is you and the red hair. Very, like, extremely connected to you and the red hair. Something like, I just want to hug her, like that. Just like, I just want to hug her, like this, like that. I'm like, okay. Says, I mean, just if you could just reach out, but you can't, right? You can't. That's the whole crappy part about this. Hang on. He, what do you mean blames yourself? Why would you do that? Why would anybody do that? Hang on. Bing, bang, boom. I was gone. So obviously that was like some type of quick passing that went along with this. Hang on. Let me get more into you. Hang on. So there's a woman that's saying you need to calm down, Michael. There's somebody yelling in my ear and the other side, you need to calm down, Michael, like that. And I'm like, all right, so it's a lady's voice. That's all I hear. Hang on. Obviously they know each other, or they knew each other, because he says, well, you can come out here too. So what they do is they're in other rooms in like compartmentalizing, and you can come out here too, like that. Hang on. You again, never gives, she's talking about, she never takes a break, never takes a break. Never takes a break. This woman is all about y'all not taking breaks or something. Talking about how she stressed herself out. Talks to you. Do you see her stressed herself out? Do you see this? Hang on. She says, if I could do something, I would worry a lot less. She says, if I could learn something, I would worry a lot less. Hang on. That's like her thing. Hold on. Wait. Wait, is Michael a son? Are you mom? Who is Michael?
Are you asking us?
Yes.
Yes. Michael's the son. Yep.
Son. Okay. So y'all need to say, okay, perfect. So he says, because she's talking to him, she says, will you talk to your mom? Like, she made it here. Like, Michael is the son. Like, Michael is this person's son. Like, come here. Like, yeah. Okay. That's okay. Come here. Talk to your mom. Talk to your mom. Talk to your mom. Like that. Okay. Hang on. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Hang on. So no wonder why she argues with him and like acts like that with him. Okay. That would make sense. So I'm just like, what they do is, so a lot of times when family trees, when they start to talk about it, they'll show me this tree, like where everybody goes. So it's like, here's my client, here's this, and they're just talking. And so I'm like, how does this make sense? It's almost like I'm just coming into the conversation, right? Hang on. I mean, obviously, but hang on, where are you? She's nagging him in a great way, like loves him, but is nagging him. Come on, we need to come down. Stop moving around. Will you come over here? Like, we just need to sit. And I'm like, okay, you go ahead and get him settled first. Hang on. So sisters, so mom is a sister, this is a sister, something about go talk, okay, go talk to the sisters. Will you go talk to your sisters? Will you go? They're waiting here this entire time. Why don't you go and talk to them like that? I'm like, okay, I'll go yell, it's fine, hang on. They were always taking care of him. They were always taking care of him. That's just, she's like talking about y'all, saying that, you know, I named him after the angel. Okay. Hold on. What happened with you, Michael? Hang on. Let me talk to your mom. Mom, hang on. So Michael passed before mom passed?
Yes.
Okay, I go, what do you want to talk about? And she says, oh, he was one of the first ones to see me. He was one of the first ones to greet me. And that's why I was like, okay. And she was like, I hadn't seen him in such a long time. That's how she says it. That's why I was like, okay, pass. She says, I didn't mean to, it's almost like it's weird. It's almost like she held that over like kids or something like that. I don't know. And she's like, there's feelings that are involved here that I'm trying to figure out. Wait, what happened? What happened? She said, what didn't happen? I go, really? I was sick. I was old. I was like, you're not old. Shut up. You're not even older than my dad. Says that she's talking about having, hold on. She really likes the sun. She's talking about having a cough. She's talking about how, hang on. She's talking about with boobs like these. She keeps talking about her chest over and over again. Talking about. I said, why are you coughing? I said, did you have a hard time breathing? She goes, boobs like these. And I'm like, okay. I was like, I don't have that issue, but you may. That's what they do. They're still people. They just don't have bodies anymore.
Pass them on.
Yes, I know. If this sweater is very unrevealing here. It's flat. It's like a 12-year-old boy. Me and you both have it. Hang on. Wait. They kept trying to make me better. Hang on. I'm fine. She was so ready to be, she's okay with being dead. She's fine with being dead. But she loves y'all, but she's almost like fed up with it. She's like, like I like life, but I'm tired. Like I'm done with it. You know, that whole thing. Oh my God. She fought the good fight. She said, I said, why are you tired? I fought the good fight. And I said, okay. She said, a busy little bee. So obviously y'all all were like around her trying to make sure that she's okay or something like that. She's talking about the busy little bees. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Like how flowers go to each other. So that's that. She says, hold on. If I could go back, I would tell him, thank you. And that's the whole worrying thing. That's where the worrying thing comes from. Wait, so what happened? Hold on, don't tell me. Let me get it. Wait, come back here. It's like herding cats. I'm still trying to pull Michael back out. Hang on. Who has the baby?
Oh, Joey.
Okay, somebody's talking about the baby, cutest little baby. Literally, that's the thing. Cutest little baby. It's a male though. It's a male. Hang on.
Well, maybe. I mean, they're young.
Okay.
But I don't know that they're not babies anymore.
Okay. Are there two boys?
No, I have two boys.
You have the two boys. Okay. Well, somebody keeps talking about the babies, the two boys. And I'm like, who are the babies? I mean, obviously they're probably older now, but that's what they keep talking about. Babies, the two boys like that. And I'm like, I don't know who this is. Hang on. But you know, at the same time, when they talk about it, you know, like grandmothers, like they always think they're their babies too, you know, but wait. She wishes she would have gotten closer to them. So like your sons weren't as close to her, like near the end?
What?
Your sons weren't that close to her before she passed?
I don't know. everybody was there.
No. I'm not saying physically close. I'm saying like emotionally, like relationship close. Cause she keeps talking about how she wanted to be closer. Like she's literally holding it over here. Like she loves them. She adores them. That's the whole thing. She just keeps like literally bringing them into her circle more. And so for me, that means like, I want to be closer to them, but that's the only thing that I get from that. Hang on.
Maybe so. Maybe.
Hang on. Well,
She always wanted her grandkids back. She wishes.
gotcha. It's wait. Where are you going? Where are you going? Hold on. She's taking me to it's like she's getting regrouped right now. And I ask her, what is she doing? And she's taking me to a house. She's like making me sit in a house. She's like making me sit in the kitchen in a house. And I'm like, well, where are we at? And hold on. She doesn't like how cold it is. I don't know about that. She doesn't like how cold it is. Hang on. I'm trying to ask her where. And did y'all go to Florida a lot? What does Florida have to do with anything? Y'all are from up east, right? Y'all are up east?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she keeps talking about, I said, she keeps putting sandals on her feet and she keeps putting her toes in the sand. And I'm like,
Song. It's a song.
oh, okay. That's what she keeps doing. She keeps putting like, okay. She keeps literally showing me like this drink, and then she keeps putting her feet in sandals and her toes in sand. And I'm like, where are we at? And I'm like, this beach does not, I'm like, it's tropical, but we're not in California. And then she keeps talking about how y'all are too cold and how we need this vacation or we go here. And she keeps saying like something toes in the sand. And I'm like, okay, what? Okay. So that has something to do. I'm like, what are we doing? What does Florida have to do with anything? Hang on.
No, but she loves the beach.
Yeah,
She likes Hawaii. She likes the warmth.
So that was her. Okay.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
Bahamas.
Really? She went all those places.
Mm-hmm.
Atlantic,
We can name more.
Atlantic City.
Atlantic City.
Really? Okay. Yeah, she's just all about, because I asked her, she takes me to this house and it's dreary and it's cold. Not saying the house is a bad place, but like it's just dreary, it's cold. And then she automatically switches to me like into this whole like, oh, we're out here, we're at the beach, we're hanging out, like this whole thing. And I'm like, where are we at? And obviously me being from Texas, the beach that I have doesn't look like what she is. And I'm like, we're in Florida. Where are we at? Like mine smells like pee and like is brown, it's not this way. Hang on. It's pretty. Hold on. She's talking about, I guess, how her gray grew out in her hair were like really, really far or something. She's talking about how down. She's talking about, because I just stared at her picture for a second and she goes, oh yeah, I was pretty there. And she keeps showing it like here. So it's like different. She says, hang on, what happened? Did this cancer? Okay, it was cancer. It ended up turning into like bone cancer or something like that. Lung. Okay. She keeps going. So that's the whole breathing thing. So she was talking about making it hard to breathe because she had lung cancer. Okay, that would make sense. Okay, because she keeps going. Like before, she was like, it's hard to breathe. I'm like, why is it hard to breathe? What are you talking about? So that's where that is. Hang on. Wait. So she used to smoke though. Hang on. She said something about didn't smoke a day in my life, blah, blah, blah. I was like, you lie. And then she's talking about used to, and then she's talking about no, hang on. Hold on. I want to know what happened over here. So we lost Michael tragically. Okay. I go, what, I go, where's Michael? She's like, I'll go back and get him. I go, okay. And I go, well, what happened to him? She's like, oh, we lost him tragically, like a long time ago. I said, okay, well, let's try to figure that out. She says, does your mother have like hang on. Why was your mom blaming Michael's death on herself? Like, that doesn't make any sense. She's talking about like forgiveness issues, and I'm like, mom doesn't kill their kid. Like, that's not a thing. And for me, it's more like if I could have been there to change that, if I could have been there to do that, like this is the whole thing. Like, that's where that is. But it doesn't, hang on. Hang on. Where are you going with this? Let me see if I can grab him instead of talking to her. Hang on. Come here. I don't know why she keeps going and attaching him to her kids. She keeps attaching him to her kids. I have no idea why. Hold on. Like there's like a tie. I don't know. We'll get into that and what that means too. But it literally when they do, it's like there's some sort of similarity. Hang on. Or pattern. Hang on. What's with, oh, I don't know what type of accident that is. What happened with Michael? Is it like a tragic, like swimming accident or something? What is happening with him? Why is it so quick and what is it? I have no idea. What happened with him?
9/11.
Huh?
9/11.
9/11.
Perfect. Okay. He keeps okay. Oh my God. I've never had that before. That's amazing. Okay. Let me tell you about this. She keeps going. She goes, she says, she makes me feel like I'm suffocating and I'm drowning at the same time. And so that's why I'm like, what is this? I go, what happened? She makes me feel boom, or he makes me feel like that. And then she makes me feel like I'm suffocating, like that. And then that's it. That's why I'm like, what is this? What is this? What is this? Hang on. Hold on. Oh, wait, hang on, hang on, hang on. You know, it's interesting. The only other one I've had was I've read a firefighter. And hang on. But he was down at the very, very bottom when all that happened. Hang on. Hold on. Wait. He was one of the ones on the plane? How is he taken out by the plane? What was that?
Yeah, the Twin Towers.
Oh, he was in the oh, okay. How was he in the towers?
Firefighter.
Oh, that's interesting because we're talking about the firefighter thing. He goes, she goes, he was taken out by the planes. He was taken out by the planes. I've read casualties like from outside. I've read casualties from the Pennsylvania area, but I've never, interesting. Hang on. Hang on. So he was suffocating. Yeah, that makes, oh my God, that makes so much sense. It's weird because suffocation feels like drowning. I mean, it is literally the same thing. Hang on. Hold on. Hold on. And it's interesting because Michael is not an adult in my head. Michael, well, I guess you'd say he's an adult, but Michael is about maybe 21, maybe 21, 22 in my head, like that age. He's not in his 30s or 40s. He's like maybe 21, 22 in my head. And so he acts like this fun, younger adult, like that he has a lot of responsibility, but yet he doesn't want to deal with it right now. And I think that may be based on either A, how he passed, or B, kind of like how he was in life as well. So I don't know. And we'll get into that in just a second. It's almost like, oh, I have all this responsibility I need to do, but I don't want to take it on. I don't want to take it on. Hang on. Like that's the vibe. And so when I'm going up and I'm talking to him, it's like, no, we don't have to get into that right now. No, we'll be fine. No, we don't have to go and do that right now. And I'm like, okay, hang on. So she was just a pea pod. Hang on. Hold on. Did he not really, so he never really got to know you in the middle? Okay. Talked about you being a pea pod, like you being like a pea pod. And I'm like, okay. Talking about I never really got to know her, blah, blah, blah. He says, now we have him. Now we have him. It's interesting because your mother guards him. Like that is her savior. That is her alpha, omega, and beginning and end. That is her super child. That is that. And I don't know why. Hang on. Hold on. Like, I think it's because hold on. They're separated out now. Hang on. Yeah, it's so weird how he had the suffocating thing with stuff coming down, and then she ended up passing a lung cancer. Like it's both very eerily the same pattern. Hang on. Let me come over here. But why is he saying he's talking about, did they call him in from like another outside city or something? Michael?
No, he wasn't supposed to work that day.
That's what he keeps saying. He keeps saying, I wasn't supposed to be there. I wasn't supposed to be there. That's why I'm like, did they call him in from someplace outside? Because he's not in that area.
They switched, him and his partner like switched for the day. Like they switched,
Shifts.
exactly.
Really?
Yes.
He's talking about how he's like, I had to come in. I wasn't supposed to be there that day. And I'm like, are you coming from another borough? Or like, are they bringing you in? Like, you're not normally supposed to be there? How does that work? Hang on. Hold on. But like people knew he was gone. Y'all knew he was gone. Somebody has this gut feeling. We knew. Hang on. He's talking about how somebody's having all this hope, like, oh my God, no, oh my God. And then somebody's like, no, I know. Like just this, just that, I know. And he's talking about that was him giving this other person this warning, like, yeah, I'm gone.
Yeah.
He came to you in a dream?
Nah, I guess, I don't know. He gave me a sign.
Okay. He's talking about, he goes, I said, well, how would she know? And he goes, he does this. So for me, that means either we cognitively did it or we came in a dream. That's what that means to me. Hold on. He's like, that's so, I mean, but that's just so, yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is it, but he keeps talking about like, what do we do with Dubs?
What?
What do we do with Dubs?
Oh, you're talking about Bob.
I don't know. Somebody's talking about Dubs, like white doves everywhere. Dubs.
Doves.
I don't know. He said saying something Dubs, DOVEs, Dubs. Hang on. Think about that. I usually don't get stuff like that. That's why I'm like, what? Hang on. Let me come over here. Where are you going? I'm trying to pull him through right now. It's weird. He has an odd connection with not odd in a bad way, but he has a connection with your kids. I don't know why.
It's all of us?
Huh?
All of
Yours.
us? Mine?
No, yours. And it's like, for me, just because, so what happens is whenever they show you, not saying, so this is how it works, right? So they go and they watch over everybody. They make sure that everybody's okay. That's just a normal thing. But then sometimes they have it may be, and I'm going to have to go down that and see what that is. But in my head, what they'll do is they'll like attach a string from them to somebody or them to two people in a family. And it's like, oh, either like we have a similar name or we have the same birthday or we have this, like there's like this odd attachment that's there. And he keeps doing that over and over again that we want to acknowledge. And I'm not saying it's just that.
No, he's the godfather of my son.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Hang on. Where are you going? He says, I go, where are you going? And he's asking me if he can go back to being like a kid, quote unquote. He's joking and he's just like, can I go back to eating pizza? And I'm like, okay. So he's like joking about being lazy. He's joking about, I think with his soul, I find this a lot whenever somebody passes really tragically, is that it's a lot of weight, it's a lot of energy. And so it's almost like they digress and they just want to be chill. They just want to be, have a good time.
That's his personality.
Really?
Yes, if he could joke around every day of his life, well, he basically did.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. He goes, I said, what do you want to do? He was like, now if I can just go back to like wearing my socks and eating pizza, like, is that okay? And I'm like, okay. I'm like, if you want to, that's fine. He's funny, but he's dry. He has that dry Northeastern sense of humor that's like, all right, I'm going to go do this. Okay. And I'm like, okay. My little sweet Texas belle inside of me is just like, well, did I do something wrong? Or That's what happens. Hang on. Let me see. Oh, mom never took his picture down. Hang on. She's talking about something like, oh, I never took your picture down. She's like talking to him as he's leaving for a second. He'll be back. I'm going to give him a second though. Hang on. Okay. So as mom is dying or as her body is dying in this room, are y'all praying and telling him to come get her? Is that a thing?
We may have.
Okay. It's weird because so this is what's happening. He has her in like a hospice bed or something, or a hospital bed, because you can feel like metal bars going on. I don't know if this is a thing. And he's talking about how people are praying or people are doing this. And he's like standing in the background, like standing behind everybody. And he's like, all right, come on. Like, are we ready? I'm here. Like, what are you doing? All right. Like just this very sarcastic way. Hang on. Hold on. What happened with, hold on. With, they're talking about mom's house. He's talking about mom's house. He's talking about how, did we end up not keeping mom's house?
We did.
Okay. Where is it at? Who has it?
All of us. It's really
everybody. Huh? Say it again.
Well, it's really between my sister, my two brothers.
Okay. This is the only reason why I asked this. I go, so what do you want to talk about? And he says, hold on. She says something about like my house. She talks about like redoing it or something like that. And then he says something about like, oh no, like they don't live in your house, mom. They don't live in your house, mom. And so I was like, wait, what happened with her house? Because y'all don't live in her house. And then he's talking about how like you don't want to redo it. I don't, like mom is attached to the house in some way and she doesn't want to let it go. Mom doesn't want to let go of the house. And then he's talking about how they need to do repairs. They need to do all of this stuff. Like it needs to be completely revamped or something. And but it's like major. Hang on. It's cold, mom. It's cold. It's too cold, mom. Like that. Hang on. Hold on. Something about what is going on with is the brother trying to take more of his fair share? Do you know about that? He's talking about somebody like male, and he's talking about, this is not a bad thing. It's not like well, maybe it is, like swindling, like literally swindle. And I'm like, okay, is brother trying to take more of his fair share? Is brother trying to like carve out more? He's talking about something, it's not y'all. Something about swindling like this thing. I don't know. Hang on. Hold on. Where are you going? It's weird because she trusts this home and this property to y'all two the most. To y'all two the most. You two. Hang on. Hang on. Now. I don't know why. Hang on. Hold on. Big enough. So we haven't had a garage sale yet?
No.
Okay. I know that's random. That your brother says, and they haven't even had a garage sale yet. And your mother is
No,
And
and what were you gonna say?
oh, and your mother is just like, well, maybe we don't want that to happen, you know, like that. Like she's all tied into it. So it's like they're arguing back and forth with each other. Says something
Well,
about,
Lizzie
Some-
lives in the house with my father, and Melissa lives downstairs.
okay,
There, my brothers don't live there.
okay. And there's like a lot of stuff though. There's a lot of stuff. Hang on. Pilot from floor to ceiling all the way through. I don't know what's going on with your brother talking about this, but hang on. Is there a basement in this house?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, he's talking about why don't they move into the basement? And I'm like, I don't know, basements are a thing. Like they don't have them here underneath the water table. Hold on. So it's just like a storage area for the basement for y'all over here. Okay, hang on. So it's not finished. Hang on. What is going on? I have no idea. Your brother is all about structural integrity for some reason. I don't know why he's going into that. Do we need to redo the house? Like what's going on with it? I have no idea. What?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is if you're talking about our brother,
Mhm.
Which
that's
one?
Joey. That's Joey.
No. The dead brother. So
No, I know,
Michael.
but the one that's alive
Yeah.
is having issues with his wife, and so I'm wondering if they're talking about him and moving back into the house.
Okay. Yeah, he keeps bringing up like this one brother, right? He keeps talking about how he's going to have to like get part of his share, how he's going to have to become part of it again or part of this area again. And so I'm like, what does this mean? And he's talking about he's biting off more than he can chew. Don't know what that means. That may go along with a relationship as well. He's talking about how, hold on. So that brother has kids with this wife?
Yes.
Okay. I said, which brother are we talking about? He's like, oh, he has kids, but like she'll take the kids. I was like, oh, okay, fine. And says that, hold on. I mean, it's both of them. It's both of them having issues. It's both of them. It's not just like one or the other. Hang on.
Issues, yes. I would
Yeah.
say so, yeah.
All the way. I said, I ask him, is there infidelity? Are there, things of this nature? And he's talking about how they're both wrong for each other. He's talking about how he says like he wishes his brother would get a backbone and just do it. So the brother is like back and forth about doing this over and over again about leaving the wife.
He's still living with her.
Oh, why doesn't he just go?
The kids probably.
Okay. He's
They're
talking
young.
about
They're all young. Both families have young kids, so it's kind of like it's hard to just pick up and leave.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, totally. Yeah, he's talking. It's funny. Your brother's like, why didn't you just get a backbone? Why didn't you just do this? And I'm like, well, yeah, it's not. It's not always that easy. Hang on. They see it as easy though because everything works out in the end. Hang on. Wait. I want to go over here with something. Come here. Where are you going? So that's why your mother is still tied to the house so much. Hang on. She's happy about being able to, I said, what are you doing? She like gets up and she's making me move around. She's getting up and she's moving around. I ask her, where is she going? Hang on. Talking about something about how y'all are going to take, oh, she's talking about Christmas. She's talking about y'all are going to take good care of him this year. So I'm guessing that's her husband. I'm guessing that's dad. She's talking about how, hang on. Has mom only been gone for like 2 years?
Yes. Will
Yeah.
be 2 years. Well, no, it's only really a year and a few months.
Okay. So we're like right up around there. Okay. Because I asked her, I said, I go, how long has this been? How long has this been going on? And she's talking about how she's still getting used to the area, or she's still getting used to this place. And she's yeah. And I'm like, okay, because when she's talking to me right now, she's like walking through this home. And whenever they start walking through their own home or walking through their old home, that means that they're newer. I guess you'd say, because they hang out in the houses a lot until usually about 2-3 years. And that's usually also because they're watching out family members, or they're watching out for the husband. They're like making sure that he's okay. Now, the only thing that when I'm going into this right now is that she's around the husband or the dad a lot. So a couple of things for me with that would be that maybe he's not in the best of health. Maybe he's not having a great time that wise. And so she's like trying to help out with him. She's trying to make sure he's okay, that whole thing. I don't see a crazy amount of other people around him, which is good. When more spirits show up, that means they're the closer to passing. That's the thing. And so hang on. So y'all two are on him all the time. Like, you got to do your stuff. You got to take your meds. You got to do this. Are y'all on his ass all the time? Okay.
Pretty much, I guess. Me and Nancy, yeah.
Okay, please.
Nancy more.
He's good with his meds. Lizzie cooks and I cook.
Okay. She goes, I said, what do you want to say about it? She was like, oh, they're always on his butt. Like, always take your meds, do this. Hang on. Hold on. She's like, you never listen to me. So I'm like, I don't know. Like that, does this whole hand thing. I'm like, okay, fine. Just does like that. Says, and she's like, I just laid with a man. So it's talking about how like they would like sleep, but like that was pretty much it. Hang on. Wait. Did he miss me? Does he miss me? Yeah, he shed a couple tears. Does he miss me? Yeah, he shed a couple of tears, like jokes about it. Hang on. Yeah. Does the dad, does he have glaucoma? Or like eye problems?
Yes.
She's like, he couldn't, and I didn't know if this was just a joke or was she actually referring to it. So she goes, oh, he couldn't see what was in front of him. And then she keeps doing like this. So for me, it's like eye issues or eye problems. So I'm like,
Oh, no,
okay.
it's more than that.
What, really? Why? What is that?
He just took it for granted, I mean, she was such a good person, my mother, and
Yeah. She's selfless. She's the person, and the way that she puts him is like Archie Bunker.
yes.
That's how she shows him in my head. I asked him, I said, can you describe him one way? And she puts that in my head. I was like, all right, I'll let him know about that. Except she's much nicer than Edith. And much nicer, much bigger. Hang on. She says, if you kiss more ass, it'll get you places. I said, good. I know. Thank you. There's some things that just like, hold on. He really, your dad. She says he really wants to see Michael. I'm really hoping he gets to see Michael too, but not for a long time. I really don't want him to see it for a long time. But if he's not watching himself in the way that he needs to do it, they're always on his butt, but he doesn't listen. This is how she's talking in my head. Oh, he doesn't listen. Oh, he doesn't listen. Even when I was there, I'd say, woo-hoo, I heard. That's how it was meant. She was like, I could sit there and a car would hit me and he would, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's how she's talking. And so I'm just listening. Hang on. she's talking about, she's like, what does it take to have good hair? She keeps talking about her hair. What does it take to have good hair?
She lost her hair.
That's why. Okay, she keeps, what does it take to get good hair? What does it take to get good hair around here? She keeps talking about it. Why don't I have good hair? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, that's something for you to figure out. I'm not dead. She, we all will be. She, stop. No, you don't. She said, I look like a Q-tip. I said, you don't look like a Q-tip.
You should have your hair back by now. Oh, sorry.
This is the whole thing when you can hear them say it and then you're just like, should I laugh at that? I shouldn't. Well, I can because I have cancer. So that like automatically makes me, it's okay. But no, but she just, hold on. Wigs were too itchy for her. She didn't like wigs. Hang on. I go, well, where's your wig? She's like, they were too itchy for me. I said, I get it. She says, hold on. Did we end up burying her? Really? Okay. She keeps talking about, she says they placed me, she like makes a sarcastic joke, I think at the same time. She goes, they placed me like the saint I am. And she's talking about like praying to her. And I'm like, what are you doing? Hang on. Are we planning on putting her and the husband together?
Yes.
He wanted it.
In the same thing?
Yes, I was gonna take her ashes and put it in his casket because she didn't want to go underground. And that's his, so we gave her ashes to everybody like she wanted.
We pushed him in the ocean like she wanted.
That's right. We're talking about the beach. Okay. In the ocean. Okay. She said, she goes, the reason why I laughed at that is because I go, what are you talking about? And I go, where are you? And she goes, oh, right now, like we could pray to me, right? So that means she's a physical object. Like we can pray, we can talk
Right,
to her.
go to my urn. Yes.
There you go.
All the
She's
time.
like the saint I am. And I'm like, okay, fine. And I go, well, what about like your husband? She goes, oh, he'll be with me. We'll be together. And I go, okay. And she goes, huh, maybe I know why he wants to get married. She goes, maybe he'll get cremated. And then maybe instead of me just getting placed in there, maybe we can shake us up together.
Yeah, but you don't want to get cremated.
That's funny.
That's why I laughed. I was like, this image of this woman, like a salt shaker. I'm like, can you stop?
That's hysterical.
Maybe then he'll catch a smile. He doesn't smile a whole lot. She's talking about going up and rubbing his head.
Yeah.
She's just talking about going up and doing that and messing with him, rubbing his head. Hang on. I want to get into, hold on. We never found any piece of Michael.
Well, they found a bone, like I think his teeth.
The teeth. Okay. They keep talking about a piece of Michael, I'm like, what is a piece of, okay. Oh, that's weird. I'm sorry. That completely switched to the left. Sorry. They're just like talking about that. They're talking about piece of Michael.
Oh, no. I mean, actually, that's not true. I'm sorry.
We thought they found the
No,
body.
I think they might have found his body, but they identified him by his teeth.
Really?
I think that's what
We
they said.
don't really know because it was a closed casket. We'll never know, to be honest with you.
They said that he wasn't in condition to be seen.
Hold on. Was he in the North Tower or the South Tower? Do you know?
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
I thought it was the South Tower, but I think it's the North Tower.
I keep hearing the North. And I'm like, find that out and email me and let me know if you find that out.
I
He
think
keeps
it's the
going.
North. I keep saying the South, but it was the North Tower. It is the North Tower.
Okay, he keeps saying the North. I'm like, okay. Hang on. I don't know if they had the whole body in there. I don't think. So this is what was just said. I said, what did they find? What did they find of you? He's talking about piece of them. And I said, okay. And he's talking, now it's going to get really, really gruesome for 2 seconds, but that's what they talk about. He's talking about how they were scraping up something all over the place and like, who knows what. And he said, I hung there for a little bit between life and death. He's like, you see why I want to go back and eat pizza now? You see why I want to, like, we're taking us through this area. And I'm like, I understand. So your brother is like continuously sitting in this cool room, like overlooking the city, hanging out, eating pizza. This is the oddest place. It almost looks like an episode of like Friends from like the early 2000s, like in this living room. It's so weird. I've never been in a place like this before. Hang on. Nobody else became a firefighter after him?
Not in the family, no.
Okay. So I said, a lot of people that had this, they go back and they want to join it, right? It's like, yes, because I'm going to do this now. And I said, who, did somebody else come from this after you? He's like, nobody else ever did it in the family after me. So I miss my sisters, I miss my brothers every day. Hang on. Says I look after their kids. I think they're doing a pretty good job. Hang on.
A pretty good job. Hope so.
A pretty good job, just like that. A pretty good job. Says I love your blue hair, by the way. It just keeps catching the light, and I'm like, ooh. Talks about how Melissa, a smart one here. Now don't get complacent. Over it. I'm like, she's not complacent. That's just him to you. Hang on. It says, my mother is a saint. Had to put up with my dad. I guess they were married for like 40 something years, 50 something years. Had to put up with my dad. Now he gets to put up with me. Hang on. Oh. He's talking about, oh my God, I really did, didn't I? He's talking about bagels. That's so weird. He's talking about so random. He's like walking me through. Hold on. So he's right now what he's doing is he's like taking me. So I went to New York City over last summer. I took my kid, walked around the entire area, and he's like trying to take me somewhere on my adventure that I had down there in that area. And he's trying to show me something, and I'm like following him, and I'm like, what are you trying to show me? What are you trying to show me? What are you trying to show me? Hold on. Okay, yeah, so he was okay. No, he's just talking about where and how far down and all this other jazz. Hang on. He was a dad? Who's the little boy that came right after him?
Michael.
No.
Oh, Bobby. No.
Bobby.
He keeps talking about this little boy, like right after he died or right after this, like this little boy came. I don't know what that is. He keeps signifying that, and he makes me hear a cry. I don't know, but this is a really, really long time ago, so he keeps like, literally, it's like the circle of life thing. Ooh, and I'm like, all right. He says, hang on. He jokes around and he says, I guess I should have chose like the Marines or the Navy or something like that, like jokes around with that. He says, hang on. Come back over here. I swear to me that part of him is reincarnated in somebody. like 110%, just because he keeps living in this perpetual, like he's with mom. He brought mom out, but he's very comfortable in this room. He's just very comfortable in this room. And I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. You know, I don't know. I've never had somebody just stay. It would be like if I walked into a hotel room and I'm talking to somebody in this hotel room and he's just sitting on the bed, but we're not going anywhere else, you know? And I don't know what that means. I kind of want to do some meditation on that and vibe and figure out what that is. Hang on. Hang on. Is that a bad thing? No, that could just mean that he, you know, doesn't want to come back. I don't know. Hang on. Yeah, there's some things I'm like, I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before. I've seen people when they're in a dark room, when they've committed suicide and they sit in this dark room in this chair with this light over their head and they're lost. Like that's a big thing. This is something different. This is just like I'm perpetually 22 and I'm just hanging out in this room. Like that's it. Hang on. Holman, come over here. I'm gonna ask mom about it. You know, I hold on. Still have the. I want y'all to pay really, really close attention to your dad over the next 2 years. These are going to be really, really critical just because she keeps bringing up this 2-year mark, this 2-year mark, this 2-year mark. And so I feel like whenever it's almost like for me, the 2-year mark would be like the beginning of the end, like kind of going down in that level. It's not like it just cuts off there, but it would be like, you know, maybe I'm having, you know, heart problems more than normal. And then it just gradually continues to go down like that. So just be advised, be wary, just make sure you watch all of that too. Hang on. Who is going to take, it's funny, your father, who is going to take her? She's talking about her. Does she have, that's so weird. She doesn't have fine china. She doesn't have fine china. Hang on. She's talking about like dad being a brute and she's not. She's talking about how like having nice things. She's talking about how, I think she's just gabbing right now. She's talking about how the house needs a really, really good clean. It needs a really, really good clean.
She's do it again. I will do it again. I know.
We're not taking her stuff right now.
No, we don't want to take anything just yet. We're just
really.
God forbid.
No, I mean,
No,
listen,
it's not
we
ready.
took everything she gave us. Right now, we're not in a rush to take all the other stuff.
Yeah, we're keeping our house as is. I guess. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, she keeps what she's doing, and she's like packing things up and trying to give it to y'all. And then she's talking about when dad passes, where she wants it to go, and she's talking about her, like, why doesn't she just live in it full time? Why doesn't she live it there? Like this whole thing. And she's talking about how she keeps packing up dishes. She keeps packing up cups and dishes. And then she keeps talking about how she wants to go into like the corners of the house and she's in the kitchen and she wants it to have a good clean. She wants it to be really clean. And she,
Grandpa.
Like, but it's because she's in the house, because she lives in the house partly too. She's talking about like how we could hear us go up and down the stairs. That's weird.
Yes, all of us, me, my daughter, everybody knows our footsteps going up and down the stairs. I'm not gonna lie. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
It used to bother her all the time.
Yes.
Okay, she goes, I go, why are you at the house? She was like, they know I'm there. They know I'm there. I go, why? They hear me go up and down the stairs all the time. And I'm like, really?
She goes up. We didn't know that.
Yeah, both. Well, she's there, y'all, the whole thing. So FYI, she's still living in that house.
Good.
Are the steps not wide enough? Like, is it not a very wide staircase?
Well, I think it's wide enough.
I don't know. It's weird. She just keeps talking about how when she's coming up, like there's it would almost be like somebody would have to turn sideways to go up if there's like two people at the same time. I don't know. She's talking about how she passes people and she's like, oh, like I think that's just her trying to show me that she's there, you know, like how this is. Hold on. So they're really, really crickety or something like that. She's like making me hear. Hold on.
I'm trying to be quiet because I know which one's squeak.
Well, no. It's okay. She's just making me hear. You know, I don't think you quite. There's like animals in your house. There's like, hold on, that are dead. There's like, I don't think you really quite know how many like quote unquote spirits would be in that house or be in that area. Like I know there's not a crazy amount of people living there, but it feels a little bit fuller than normal. Hang on. Hold on. I just want him to be okay. I just want him to be fine. I just want him to be okay. I just want him to be fine. Yeah. So your mom is okay. I do worry about dad. Just because going forward, I just want to make sure that, you know, he has a good last part of his life, you know, and I think he has really, really good kids. I think he has a really good group. I think he has somebody that's really staying on top of him, which is good. I think he's going to be a person that ends up coming back later on at another time. That's a whole nother thing. Your mother is, I don't understand the whole brother thing. Like the brother is good, but he just feels like he's living his own life and he's having a nice time. It's almost like I'm coming in and disturbing him, you know, and I don't get that a whole lot. He's like, oh, I'm here, I'm doing my thing. It's not bad. No, you have to see it from the point of view of like, oh, what are you doing here? Like almost like somebody knocks on your door, like, oh, hey, how are you? What's up? Like loves you guys and everything, but he's cool. He's cool with living. I guess that'd be a thing. Like I'm comfortable with being dead, you know, like that whole thing. I'm comfortable with being here. Yeah. And I think it also has to do with like how stressful passing was too, right? Like that's more than, I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. And so it can be really, really hard. So sometimes maybe they just don't want to, you know, come back right away. You know, maybe they just, it's okay. It's more peaceful being here. But hang on. Hold on. Tell him I got the what? He's talking about how tell them, I guess this is another joke that from him, he's a jokey person. He's like, tell them I want them to do more for me. Tell them I want them to do more for me to like honor me. So it's like now he's like, tell them I want them to do more than honor me. Tell them instead of just saying my name, instead of this, like, I want more. He's like, I'm a freaking hero. Like laughs about it.
Does he want more Christmas presents like he always gets for Christmas every year?
Wait, why? What? How did he always get the most or what?
Yes, he always planned it that way. If it wasn't for, you know, like we'd buy him Christmas presents, but like the girlfriend had to buy him like 10 times more. So like when we get together for Christmas, he had more Christmas presents to open than anybody else. Okay, yeah, he keeps talking about like I'm a freaking hero here. He's like, come on, I need more. I'm like, okay. He said that she was a looker. He says that were y'all jealous of the girlfriend?
There was no specific girl.
I know. It's funny. He's talking about how the sisters were jealous of his girlfriends. Now, this can also be very, very sarcastic when it comes to that as well. It may not be that you're actually having like this, I'm going to kill her, I hate her. But it's like, you know, banter back and forth. Hold on. Wait. Talking about how y'all, hang on. He's talking about how he wishes he would still be here to be in the middle between y'all, He's almost like taking on, like separating you out. I don't know what that is, like in the middle of fights or in the middle of, oh, okay. He's like, I wish I could be here to be in the middle like this. He does this to y'all. So it's like putting on either side. He's like, yeah, he's funny. Yeah, he's good. It sounds like I'm just talking to him on the phone. He says, so mom in the middle. It says like, tell her I love her, I miss her. But he's talking about how over here, my lovely blonde lady, he's talking about how she really needs a hug from him. She really needs a hug from him. Yeah. Like you really need a hug from him. Like there's that really big yearning. So just know he's around, know he's okay. And he's been fine. He's been great. Your mother, however, lives in her house still partially. So if you ever feel her, if you experience her, if you have any interesting dreams or anything like that, just know that that's her hanging out. And I think it's because she's trying to make sure that dad is okay. She's a very, very selfless woman, and she's trying to keep the peace between everybody. And she wants to get her house cleaner. So if we can hop on that, that would be great.
Yes, ma'am. I will do it sometime over
Okay.
the weekend.
Okay. So yeah. So just do that and then email me and let me know. And another thing, yeah, please, because that way we can let her know, and that way she can get over it. And that's so funny about the hair thing. Hang on, why? What? Wait. She never got to get like her little toesies done before she passed. What happened with her?
Her nails. You're right.
Yeah.
You are so right. She didn't get to get her nails done,
Manicure.
and that was really rough.
I was trying to see, because like with COVID and everything, I was trying to see if like people at the nail salon could like come to the house and stuff, but it was too scary because she was so sick and like.
Really? Oh, she goes, ooh, I like your nails. I said, thank you. And she's talking about these. And she goes, ooh, I like your nails. I said, thank you. She goes, I never got to get mine redone. I never got to get mine done. I was like, it's okay. It's okay. So she's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So for right now, what I want everybody to do is I want y'all to take a couple of moments, and I want y'all to have a good breather, or I want you to have a good 30-second cry. Okay. Cause that's a lot of release. Another thing is that tonight, before everybody goes to bed, when everybody's quiet and the world is still, I want y'all to take a second and I want you to tell them you love them. And I want you to tell them thank you for coming through. They are together, but they're in two different places. So, but it's because mom is here, but she's in what we'd like to call heaven as well. It's okay. They just like come down and mess with everybody. And your brother has been great. So don't even worry about it. Okay. And so if y'all have any questions or if you need me, just email me too. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I love you guys. Go breathe, hang out and talk to your mother. Okay.
Will do.
All right. I love y'all. Be good.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much.